Well, today was a day, one of the days that I like in the market. So when the market picks a direction, goes with it, follows the trend, I like that. When the market makes up its mind and does something, and if you're anybody that trades the market or you have some investments, you'd have seen that today was quite a bullish day. All of the stocks ran, the QQQ ran, the dollar went down a bit, but it kind of remained in a range. However, it was mostly bearish for the day. So you could see the bullishness reflecting in the QQQ. And let's get into it. So I made two trades today, right? One was a loss and one was a win, right? I decided to go up with my quantity today, as you can see. So I traded 100 shares of QQQ and then I went to 150 as I pivoted, right? So the first trade was to the sell side, right? And let me show you what was happening at 9:30 on the dollar and also on the QQQ, right? So 9:30 on the dollar is where I'm seeing these candles being formed, and this is how the market can kind of trick you. So I'm seeing kind of a bottom being formed here. So I saw a bottom formed here, a bottom formed here. And by a bottom, I mean it's like rejecting from that area. It finds it hard to break below that area. I mean, it's going to take a little bit more experience for me to spot out these areas that the market maker kind of rejects until it just breaks through with some strength. And that would be a perfect way to play this, right? So my first trade was to the sell side. However, because of me just seeing the previous day movements, I had to keep my stop quite close. I didn't want to lose too much money if I was wrong, and that I did. I lost $50 on the trade, so I lost zero point 0.5 to how much I was trading. So I was trading 100 shares. If I had moved down $1, I would have lost $100, but it moved down around 50 cents, so I lost $52, right? So this was what was happening on the dollar. So I'm seeing the dollar kind of finding it hard to break these levels down. So I'm thinking the dollar is going to continue up and kind of seeing where the dollar was making a move up pre-market. However, this is how the market can kind of trick you. They just run it up on the back end, and then when the day begins, it's sold off. You have a big sell off, right? So a big sell off on the dollar would mean this kind of movement on the QQQ. It's looking like one of those vicious, violent bear market rallies. So I'm not sure if this is just a bounce before we start to trend back down, but everybody is starting to get a bit excited, right? I'm not excited because I'm still kind of weary of the Fed and what's going to go on. I'm not just going to chase everything going up, right? So we're looking at the QQQ here, and I'm going to show you where I entered to the sell side and where my trade was closed out at my stop loss, right? So my stop loss was a little bit above um, right here. So my stop loss was just a little bit above my daily resistance level. So I use yellow for the daily resistance levels and purple for my weekly resistance or support levels, right? So this is where I exited, and then at 9:30 I had entered, and where's the 9:30 candle? Right here at 28349. So right around here. So 28349. So right here. Perfect. So I entered to the sell side here as the market immediately started to go against me. And then it took me out at 284, right? So when I saw it take me out at 284, at one mind was saying maybe I should pivot, right? So at 940 on the 940 candle, let's see what was happening there. Because at that moment I decided I was going to pivot. I could see the market just rejecting. Okay. 944. So this is where I decided to go to the buy side right before the market start to push down. The dollar start to push down, but the market would have started to push up here. And this was the 940 candle. Let me see. The 940 candle was already above my daily resistance here. So that's also a confluence to say we're bullish, because if it went above my daily resistance, there's a chance that it's going to use this resistance as support since it broke through it on the previous candle, right? I'm not certain where I had my stop loss. I can probably pull it up really quick. Let me pull it up while I'm trading, while I'm looking at this trade. So at 944, let's go to the exact candle. So it's at 940 and I entered at 28461. 940, 28461. So close to there, huh? 28461. 28461. Okay, perfect. Then I entered to the buy side. So one thing about this trade, right, is that, and I messed up last night. I didn't draw any more support or resistance levels. So basically, the QQQ to me right now is in uncharted waters, or a level that it hasn't been to in a while, or I just haven't drawn that support and resistance levels, right? However, what I did was above here, I decided I was going to set my take profit a bit higher, even though I didn't have any levels, but I wanted to make sure that if it spiked up, I was going to lock in some profits. And I had already cleared this support level, so I was figuring I know how much I'm risking. If it came down and hit my support level and hit my stop loss, I was completely fine with that. But what I did was I just put my take profit at a even number above 285 in case it ran, to which it did. So it went 50 cents above here, and where it closed me in around, what's that, 8 minutes. So yeah, it's a pretty quick I was out, huh? So on the 950 candle I was out as soon as it came right up to 286. And as you can see, the market ran up a little, ran up a lot more. So I left some money on the table. However, I would say this strategy works because you're able to lock in some profits. Even though you face the opportunity cost of not taking the entire trade, which I guess we should probably work on. However, it makes sense if you're trading a big position size. You're ensuring that you're not losing money. You're locking in some profits. You live to trade another day, because these days will happen again. And who's to say, maybe tomorrow we can have a break to the downside. We never know what's going to happen, right? And as you can see, the dollar is kind of rejecting this level, kind of making a, what you call this, a higher low, and it's kind of rejecting this level again. So this is looking kind of bullish for the dollar. And if it's bullish for the dollar, we're going to see a push down, especially with the QQQ kind of overextended, like just from just this crazy bullish move today, right? So let's even see what it did for Bitcoin, because maybe if it didn't do the same for Bitcoin, we could probably call this a unrelated rally. So Bitcoin barely moved, it kind of stayed within a range. So this rally might have something to do with a earnings mover. Yes, 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 yes. So this rally, this run up can have a lot to do with um probably some movers like Amazon. So let's see who is in the QQQ. Let's pull it up. I wanted to kind of bring that down, but it's all right. So we have Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla. And these companies, I'm pretty sure they have earnings to speak. So what's this? Headlines to Amazon. Okay. Amazon doesn't have earnings. Let's see when Amazon has earnings. Oh, the second. Hmm. So I'm not seeing exactly why these run up today. Could be Microsoft. Could be Microsoft. Could be people positioning trying to trade Microsoft to the upside. That's a possibility. Apple. We have also Apple. Apple. So it's possible that some people might be positioning for earnings and that can just cause a artificial run up for the QQQ. So just be mindful of that. Just please be mindful of that because as soon as the earnings is done, we're going to see a QQQ move to what the dollar is saying. All right? Because when we don't have the news and the catalyst behind it, it's literally focused on what the dollar is doing. All right? So tomorrow's going to be a great day. I am playing the higher shares. I'm trying to believe in myself more, working my strategy that I have been trying to prove every time. That's why I'm playing them. And I can see where I can spot the tops, I can spot the bottoms, I can make the trades, I can know when I'm wrong, I can make the right trades. So that's why I'm trying to apply a little bit more capital, a little bit more risk, and we'll see how that goes. I believe that I can really make some money just using this strategy, and we'll just see how it goes. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow on the next video as I document this process, win, lose, but I'm gonna get better, and the skill set is gonna get much better. I'm gonna keep the consistency. All right, I hope you like the bit farms video that I have. That's the video previously before this. Check it out if you haven't as yet, and I'll see you tomorrow, January 24th. Bye bye.